Hello, today I want to talk to you and show you a video about vulnerability-based reactivity. There's many different reasons why a dog can be reactive on leash. The most common is when a dog is being territorial or defensive or protective. So I have a dog here named Bailey, just came today, and I'm going to read the message that I received from her owner. I'm not sure if you remember us, but we were having issues with Bailey's separation anxiety and dog reactivity a year and a bit ago. She was doing incredible, all capital letters, up until about a month ago. She was attacked by a few off-leash dogs and has started to decline despite our efforts to train her. This is a scenario that I hear quite often. The dog had no reactivity until it was inappropriately challenged or corrected, dominated, or attacked by another dog. As I always say, the number one job of the mother and the alpha is to protect. And when your dog gets accosted, so to speak, in your presence, and you're not able to stop that other dog from doing it, that's when your dog looks at you and goes, hey, what the hell? You know, how come you didn't protect me? Especially if you were behind your dog in that moment. Because if you were a mother dog or an alpha and you saw another dog coming towards you or your family, that other dog wouldn't have got anywhere near your dog. You would have had it planted way before. You would have protected. So because that didn't happen, that's when your dog now feels you're not able to protect it. I'm not able to protect myself. Now I'm vulnerable. And it's that vulnerability that causes the vast majority of insecurity in dogs, especially beta and Charlie dominant dogs. This is Bailey. She just arrived today. I had her in the kennel next to the other dogs, but she hasn't been with the other dogs. So now I got the other dogs outside. There's some good girl. Bailey is an absolute sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. Come on, baby. She's not an aggressive dog at all. All her reactivity is defense-based, vulnerability-based. Okay, so I'm going to claim the door from her, asking her to move back, and then I claim the door from the dogs who are outside. So I asked them to move back. Come. Come. She's smelling, sticking the nose out to smell. That's good. My guys are calm. I know it's a warm day. That's Mama wanting to come in. So we have to wait. So with the leash, you pull, release. See? You pull, release. You're encouraging, not making. So you see how my dogs are coming up to smell, but not touch. You see how close Jack got there? See how close they get to within a millimeter, but they don't touch. See? See? Nobody's touching. They're just smelling. She sees that. She respects that. There we go. Good to go. So I'm just gonna watch. This is Yarder. My followers would have seen Yarder last week, just arriving. And how he tried to claim me and my affection from Jesse there. So again, I just ask him to sit, relax. what he was doing wasn't bad, but he's not a high member of the pack. He's a low member of the pack, so he has to just wait for the others to smell first, and to be a little bit calmer when he does smell. So he's doing good. So that's because Jessie touched. She moved away. So then I correct Jessie to ask Jessie to move away. I think it was Jack just touched and she turned into that, so I corrected Jack and her. You have to teach them not to touch. It's part of learning how to socialize properly, play properly, and to be respectful. Personal space is the most important thing to dogs. You cannot touch me without my permission or acceptance. So now she's off and smelling, which is good. This is what we want. That's a dog being a dog, using her nose and smelling. So I don't need the leash on. I'm going to hold out my hand, come up to her, a little bit of a smell, little touch there. There she walks into the fingers. Take the leash off. And then I want to give her a bit more affection. Nice and soft there. There's a good girl. That's how I'm letting her know she's okay. So now that everybody has had their initial smell, we're going to see that now they all ignore her. And you see, she's looking. She's seeing that. She's seeing that everybody is ignoring me. None of these dogs are trying to challenge me, correct me, or dominate me. From the time I came out the door, they were all respectful of my personal space, smelling me, but not touching me. And now she's calm. That tail is not fully straight out, but it's like 45-degree angle. So that's being an alert state, but with a calmer energy. So you see Jasmine's tail is up, level, alert, and a little bit of a wag. So that's a little bit of energy. That's what I'm correcting, is her tail and her tail wag, tail position and wag. Asking her, because you see the other dog's tail wasn't up and the other dog's tail wasn't wagging. So now I'm just asking her to just leave her alone. She comes over to me, I lick her neck, give her some affection. Good girl, baby. Good girl, baby. If you have no control of the dogs that are around you when you're trying to introduce another dog, this new dog knows, can see, plainly see, that you have no control of those other dogs. And when you already have a dog that's vulnerable because it's been attacked by other dogs, it's not going to be happy about that. It's going to be nervous, going to be scared, going to be anxious, whatever the case may be. Dogs like Bailey have to be introduced to balanced dogs. And this is the result. It would have been much different on her part if she was brought in with a bunch of dogs that were like at the dog park, all over her, smelling her and touching her and jumping on her. It would have been a totally different story, see? The dog's not the problem. It's really not. So many people would see her barking and being reactive on leash and think, oh my God, what an aggressive pit bull. She's not. She's a big baby. She's a big soak. A barking dog is not an aggressive dog. Barking is not aggression. Barking is a warning. That's it. It's just a simple warning. It's no more aggressive than yelling at someone or raising your voice at someone is. It's a warning. If you ignore that warning and keep moving towards them or into their personal space, yes, if you have a dominant dog, they might snap at you, mouth you, nip you, or bite you. Just don't ignore the bark. Or be able to have a conversation with that barking dog to say, you don't need to bark at me, I'm your mom. You're okay, you're fine. Just sit and relax. You got nothing to be warning, barking about. You're all good. Yeah. Good job. Bailey, come. You gonna come? Hi, baby. Now I want her to experience affection with the other dogs. See, she chose to move away. I just use my finger right here in the collar just to block that. See, little touch. She stops and sits, gives more affection. Jessie comes up to smell, but you see, she's not touching. They go so close, but they don't touch. And I give her some affection as she walks by. Now she's smelling Jessie. That's really good. As the dog settles, you just start to give them affection and lick their neck. Come on in over here. Come. Come. There she goes. Look at that. There she goes. Good girl. I just got to kiss her head here. Jasmine, baby. Jasmine being more respectful. Good girl, Jasmine. Hi, Jessie. Jack coming for some loving. And you remember from the video last week with Yarder, when he was getting affection or other dogs came by, he'd move away. See, that's common. That's common. They're being respectful. And it's just teaching them, look, you don't need to move away. You're part of this pack. You're part of this family. You never need to leave when another dog is coming in for affection too. That's a good girl. She's going to be just fine. Thanks to these awesome dogs.